Hey there, everybody. It's Detra Trueheart of Trueheart Speaks Enterprises, your life purpose generator, coming to you with a life purpose video or video blog. And today's life purpose video blog is on the topic of, are you mentally sabotaging what you verbally say? Are you mentally sabotaging what you verbally say? And it really came to me today, this morning in prayer, where I was meditating on a specific area of scripture which really to some extent has absolutely nothing to do with what I'm going to share with you today, but it just sparked some things in my mind about, the things that we say. And so it was actually out of Colossians, and it talked a little bit about how we have to live wisely, living wisely in everything that we do around non-believers. And then also it goes on to say that we have to, our conversation should be gracious and should be attractive when we're dealing with everybody. And it started me just through my meditation. I really started to think about the things that I say, and if the things that I say actually line up with the things that I think. A lot of times we say a lot of stuff. There's a lot of lip service with the things that, we desire to do, or the things that we aspire to do. And however, sometimes the reason that some things don't come to fruition is not because you didn't say it, but because what you thought was not in alignment with what you said. And so maybe you said you wanted to be in a different place, 30, 60, 90, 180, or even 365 days from now. But did you really believe it? Right? We say, I want to be in a different place. I want to be in a different state. And, maybe I want to lose 5 pounds by, next week, or I want to lose 5 pounds, by the end of the month, or, I want to start, a business, or, whatever it may be. I want to position myself to be married. I want to position myself for a promotion. And we say a lot of different things, but my question is, are your thoughts lining up with the things that you say? Are you, unintentionally, sometimes it's intentionally, but sometimes it's unintentionally, it's subconsciously, you are self-sabotaging. Mentally, you don't believe it. Subconsciously, you really don't believe that you can lose 5 pounds at the end of the month. You really don't believe that you can be in a different place in 30, 60, 90, 180, or 365 days from now. You really don't believe that your business can succeed. You really don't believe, whatever it is that you are saying, you really don't believe it. And it's weird because I just had a conversation with someone on Facebook about I did a workshop for a group called the Women in the Spotlight back in February, and it was called The Power of Vision with Purpose. And one of the things that I had talked about was how 2014 is the year of supernatural perfection, supernatural deliverance, about completion, double completion. And for me, I said that, I'm believing that 14 really means double, and so you could take it as faster or you could take it as more. And one of the things that I had said is I'm believing for more quicker. And God has already started to open some doors with my business. He started to open some doors with some things. And these are things that I personally have not sought out. And where people who knew me, people knew about me, they had been, either watching me online, they had been reading my blogs, they had been, listening to me on my monthly coaching calls, whatever it might be, or even just the one woman, it's a consulting client that I'm currently working with right now. I met her over a year ago, and we had a conversation about personal life coaching, and she actually brought me in, and I'm now working with her team. And so it's just interesting how when you put words out there, and it wasn't that I didn't believe, but sometimes we say things not knowing, and this is why I tell you that you have to be careful for what you say, because if you are intentional about what you say and you're intentional about what you desire, be careful what you pray for. You will get what you prayed for. And so as I taught in my Speak Life teleclass a couple months ago, where it's all about creating the life that you desire, creating the life that you love with the words that you speak. My question to you is, are you self-sabotaging? Are you mentally sabotaging? Are your thoughts saying, you can't have that, you don't deserve that, you're not worthy of that, you're not qualified for that? Is your mind replaying all of the things that either did or didn't happen in your past? Or is it replaying the things that in your mind naturally you may not necessarily be qualified for, but spiritually God has already positioned you for it. He has already placed you. He has already put you in alignment with it, where some things are going to happen quicker, some things are going to happen faster than what you think it's going to be, and you have to be ready for it. And so, this was a personal message for me during my prayer time. And a lot of times you should know that whatever God gives me, a lot of times, sometimes he gives it to me specifically not to share, but a lot of times the things that I share are things that either I'm personally going through, have gone through, or still going through. And so, I believe that, if we share, and if we, encourage others, and let people know what we're going through, or just share the things that God is speaking to us about, our personal situation, that somebody else can be delivered, somebody else can be set free, somebody else can learn, from your lesson. Right? So I really, really, really want you to get this. I really want you to take some time to really think about your thoughts. I want you to think about, if you're mentally self-sabotaging, if you don't believe it. And I encourage you, to follow me on Facebook. I post a daily Speak Life declaration. And really what it is I encourage you to say it 7 times. And I normally post it twice a day so that you have an opportunity. If you miss it in the morning, you can, you can get it in the evening. But I really want you to get in the habit of speaking life, not only into yourself, into your personal self, but also into your business, into your family, into your marriage, into your health, into your finances. There are some things that my husband and I are going through financially, where we're believing God to work some things out for us. And so, just different facets where in our minds, it may not look right. It may not look like it can come to pass, but you have to begin to speak those things that be not as though they were. Speak those things that be not as though they were. You have to be able to speak those things that you desire. You have to be able to speak, the things that you see. You know what I mean? Vision, when we talk about the power of vision with purpose, at the time we were talking about creating vision boards, but you can't create a vision board if you have no vision. You can't, if you have no vision, the one thing that I talked about was without a vision, the people perish. And I also said without vision, your life perishes. If you have no vision, you have no life. You have nothing to sustain you and to hold on. And you have to get to a place where you have something that you can see beyond the here and the now and your current situation. And if you don't have that, then we need to talk. We need to schedule a session. We need to schedule a heartstorming session where we can really talk about what your vision is. I just kind of messed my hair up scratching, but you need to we need to sit down and we need to talk, and we need to really figure out what your vision is, what God is speaking to you, what God has shown you. Because if you don't have vision, if you can't see beyond what you see, there is a huge issue as to, and it really is the answer as to why you are where you are, why you're stagnant, why you're stuck, why you are stalled in the place that you are. If you ever driven a 6-speed car and you get to a place where you're stalling because you're not in the right gear, if you are stalling in life and you really need to change gears and you're not sure how to change gears, I encourage you to reach out to me. Let's schedule a get acquainted session so that we can kind of get you moving and get you in gear. I have tons of options. I shouldn't say tons, but I have a few options for you to work with me, and for me to be able to be that catalyst, to be able to push you, or as my title says, as a life purpose generator, to regenerate, to restart you, to get you moving into your life's purpose. But more importantly, I really want to make sure that the things that you are saying are lining up with the things that you are thinking, and vice versa. Because it challenged me this morning to really make sure that I was in alignment, that what you think and what you speak and what you do are in alignment. And if they're not in alignment, that's the first issue. That's the first problem. You have to make sure that you are thinking what you speak, and that you are doing what you speak, and you're speaking what you think. And so it is a cycle of thinking, speaking, and doing. Thinking, speaking, and doing. And when you think, speak, and do, and it works in alignment cyclically, right? In a cycle, then the results that you get start to manifest based off of what you think, what you speak, and what you do. But if there's inconsistencies there, then you're always going to find yourself being stuck, stalled, and stagnant. So I know that this was a long video today, but I really, 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 really want you to get this in your spirit. I want you to get it in your mind and your soul, to start really getting to a place where you meditate on those things that you speak. Don't just say it, but meditate on it. Know exactly what it is that you're saying. Know why you're saying it, and know how it's going to come together. And if you need help with that, I encourage you to reach out to me. I encourage you to, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, go to my website, subscribe here on YouTube, but also go to my website, sign up for my weekly newsletter, sign up for my monthly motivational calls. I do a monthly motivational call every month, 30 minutes. You get me pouring into you on a specific topic that God has given me to talk to you about. This month was about happiness, and if you were on the call, you know that there was a spin that I taught as it related to what happiness is, from a biblical and a faith-based basis, I'll say, perspective. So at any rate, I pray that today's message was a blessing to you. I pray that you take some time this week to really think about the things that you say, the things that you think, and the things that you do, and make sure that you are not mentally sabotaging what you verbally say. I want you to really meditate on that, and I will see you next week. Always remember, to thine own self be true, for out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. Continue to live life in and on purpose. I'll see you next time. Take care.